Good evening, you're watching News Mongolia and Beyond. I'm your host, Ulaanbaatar. And for our top stories, Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games opening ceremony held. Educational content extended to TV channels. And WeChartcast explores Mongolia's economic landscape and investment opportunities. And for the news, stay tuned. The highly anticipated opening ceremony of the Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games finally unfolded on Thursday, August 17th, within the grandeur of the National Stadium. The event commenced with a spectacular parade showcasing the unity and diversity of participating countries as the flags of each nation marched proudly. The air was charged with excitement and anticipation.
The organizers and distinguished officials of the East Asian Olympic Committee marked the beginning of this extraordinary occasion with an inspiring opening speech. Their words echoed the spirit of sportsmanship, friendship, and collaboration that these games represent. With the stage set, the athletes and spectators tuned in. The Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games embarked on a journey that promises unforgettable moments of achievement, camaraderie, and celebration. Opening the Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games started with a parade of participating countries' teams and speech by the East Asian Olympic Committee Council member Yan Xuan, National Olympic Committee President Batushik Batbol, and Deputy Governor of the capital city and Vice Chairman of the Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games Organizing Committee Tumurtumo Zondo.
Tonight, we are gathered at the beautiful Ulaanbaatar city to celebrate the opening of the 23 East Asian Youth Games. The Games is crucial importance to Mongolia, as it is the first time that Mongolia hosts a major international multi-sports event.
Today marks a huge milestone for Mongolia as we proudly host the first international major sport games on our soil for the very first time. The East Asian Youth Games is a symbolic achievement for our nation, a testament to our ability to host such events and our commitment to the ideals of sportsmanship, excellence, and unity. We thank the East Asian Olympic Committees for coming to support us and also give us trust with these games.
The opening ceremony featured captivating cultural performances by distinguished artists including singer of the Mongolian Grand Theatre of National Art Batmint, State Emeritus Artist and Laureate of the Order of Chinggis Khan, soloist of the Mariinsky Theatre Ulaanbaatar, and pop diva and State Emeritus Artist Narang. The sporting competitions of the Ulaanbaatar 2023 East Asian Youth Games are currently underway and will continue until August 23rd. These exciting events are being held at various venues including the Bointoha Sport Complex, MFF Football Stadium, Steep Arena, and the UG Arena.
There are around 6,000 general items of educational contents and lessons that were produced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Students who have access to the internet and an online environment have had access to watch those lessons through the mitlik.mn website. Therefore, in a significant stride towards addressing education disparities, the Multi-Channel Broadcasters Association NGO of Mongolia has joined hands with the Ministry of Education and Science to provide tele-lessons to children living in remote areas of the country.
This collaborative effort marks a crucial step in ensuring that every child, regardless of their geographical location, has access to quality education. Mongolia, with its vast and sparsely populated regions, faces unique challenges in delivering education to all its citizens. This innovative initiative aims to bridge this gap and create a more equitable learning environment.
Our service reaches approximately 760,000 consumers. Therefore, uploading the educational content of midlik.mn to TV channels not only grants access to children without internet connectivity, but also offers them the opportunity to watch them via a telecast. Furthermore, several TV service providers will extend replay services, ensuring flexibility in learning schedules. Additionally, parents will no longer need to be concerned about their children spending excessive time on smartphones and computers.
Despite progress in recent years, providing education to children residing in far-flung areas remains a significant hurdle. The sparsity of schools, qualified teachers, and educational resources often hampers the educational prospects of these children, leading to an alarming educational divide. This partnership between the Multi-Channel Broadcasters Association (NGO) and the Ministry of Education and Science seeks to break down these barriers and make education accessible to every child regardless of their location.
As part of the MOU, there are a lot of details to be discussed, including cost of contents broadcast and social responsibility of cable service providers.
The COVID-19 pandemic, while bringing forth numerous challenges, has also inadvertently sparked a transformation in the way children approach education. With the sudden shift to remote learning and the closure of schools worldwide, children found themselves adapting to a new normal that required them to study alone and independently. Data shows that about 30% of middle school students and 13% of high schoolers had no access to the internet and had difficulty accessing internet lessons during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
Renowned international business journalist Richard Quest, known as the host of CNN's Quest Means Business, has recently set foot in Mongolia. Quest's journey in the realm of journalism began in 1985 when he joined the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC). His expertise in covering economic and business affairs quickly became apparent, leading him to take on the role of journalist in charge of North America just 4 years later in 1989. Since then, Quest's analytical insights and dynamic reporting style have garnered him a dedicated global following. As a seasoned presenter and journalist at CNN, Richard Quest's presence in Mongolia carries significant weight. His visit to the country is focused on not only reporting the news but also delving deep into its economic environment, foreign investment prospects, and collaboration opportunities. Quest's presence in Mongolia signifies a valuable opportunity for the international community to gain a deeper insight into the economic progress and investment potential of the nation.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Here's the international news from our partner agencies. President Joe Biden is due to welcome the leaders of Japan and South Korea to the rustic Camp David presidential retreat Friday as the United States aims to further tighten cooperation between two countries that over the years have struggled to stay on speaking terms.
Historically, frosty relations between South Korea and Japan have rapidly thawed over the last year as they share concerns about China's assertiveness in the Pacific and North Korea's persistent nuclear threats. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the summit marks a new phase in the trilateral relationship. She told reporters on Wednesday that South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida have seized the moment and are ushering a new era for their countries. The Japan-South Korea relationship is a delicate one complicated by differing views of World War II history and Japan's colonial rule over the Korean peninsula. Past efforts to tighten security cooperation between Seoul and Tokyo have progressed with fits and starts. Biden frequently visits Camp David with family, but Friday's summit will mark the first time he has used the retreat to host international leaders. Biden is expected to impress on Yoon and Kishida that the US and Japan and South Korea are at a crucial moment and need to stay on the same page.
An army of American Red Cross workers and volunteers have set up shop in a Maui parking lot, sorting through the plethora of donations they have received from people looking for ways to help the response to the deadly wildfires.
The fire swept through the Hawaiian island, killing more than 100 people. Brad Kizerman, Vice President for Disaster Operations and Logistics at the American Red Cross, calls it an unprecedented disaster.
My organization has been in every major disaster in the United States for as long as it's existed. I have been in every major disaster in the United States for the past decade. This is unprecedented, Chief. It's important to understand that we all share the same mission, and that is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of this emergency, this catastrophe that has occurred. We're going to make mistakes along the way, folks. We're not going to get it all right. If you let us know what we're not getting, we're going to fix it. But we are committed. We are committed to helping the people of Maui recover from this horrific event.
Here's the weather forecast of all major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you next week with more news and updates. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.